Hey, what's up guys, hope you're doing well and having a great day as always. So we actually have a bit of an update on the upcoming future Alien and Predator sequels, as well as a possible AVP movie in the future, which is very interesting. So according to this article, which is titled A Secret Predator Movie and Alien Sequel and Speed 3 on the Table, a chat with 20th Century Studios boss Steve Asbell. And skipping ahead a little, it goes on to say, with Alien wrapping up its theatrical run in October and Springsteen close to starting production, Asbell, who oversees 9 production executives along with their support teams, is catching his breath, if only for a moment. But he sat down with the Hollywood Reporter to discuss balancing streaming and theatrical originals and established IP, and spilled more than he should about 2, yes we said 2 Predator movies coming next year. So one of the questions was, where is the balance between originals and franchise plays? Right now it's looking like next year, half the slate. Job 1 was figuring out these franchise movies first and coming up with the right cadence of Avatar, Apes, Alien and Predator specifically. Getting those right was the first part, which we've done now, and so that idea is to be able to say, okay, we know when the Avatar movies are coming, we know now about Predator, there'll be another Apes in 27, let's just say, so knowing where we can plan those franchises, it helps us look to see and ask what kinds of original movies in terms of genre do we want to test the marketplace with. Reading further on, they ask, what's the next step for Alien? We're working on a sequel idea now. We haven't quite closed our deal with Fede Alvarez, but we are going to, and he has an idea that we're working on. The 2 survivors, Rain and Andy, played by Kaylee Spaney and David Johnson, were real highlights of the film, and so I always think of it like, wow, where do people want to see them go next? We know there's going to be aliens, we know there's going to be great horror set pieces, but I fell in love with both of them and I want to see what their story is. Me personally, I don't really think those 2 characters were really interesting to sort of carry on subsequent movies by themselves. You know, I think they would easily be replaceable in my opinion. I didn't really find them really that interesting, to be fair. None of the characters really had that much impact, if you ask me. So here's an interesting question. It says, here's a big one. Will the next Predator movie get a theatrical release? Editor's note, this conversation took place before Disney dated Predator Badlands for a 2025 release in theatres. Yes and no. You're killing me here. Yes, a Predator movie will have a theatrical. I'll tell you very simply, after Prey became a success, Dan came back and said he didn't want to do Prey 2, and we're like, what do you want to do? And he rattled off a bunch of ideas that were really crazy but really cool. We've actually done 2 of them. 2 are coming out next year. One I can't talk about yet, but the other one is the live action Predator film with Elle Fanning that just wrapped in New Zealand. That will be out theatrically sometime next year. So they do mention live action specifically, so I've actually heard rumblings about how the main sequel movie to Predator that everyone's talking about, the one titled Predator Badlands for now, is live action, but the second one, which isn't so much talked about as much, there's actually speculation that that's going to be some sort of animated movie or series or something like that. I'm not sure if it's the same project, but I heard there's supposed to be a direct sequel to Prey, so I wonder if that will be the one that will come in the form of some sort of animated film or something like that. You're blowing my mind. Let's tackle this one at a time. One Predator movie is coming out theatrically. It's titled Badlands, and it is an absolutely bonkers idea. It is a sci-fi thing, but it's not what everyone thinks it is, and I mean, it's awesome, it is so nuts, but in Dan we trust. So you said there's a second Predator movie. there's a second Predator movie that we have different plans for. Dan has actually directed both. So there's a secret Predator movie. There's a secret Predator movie that will come out before the theatrical one, if that I can't say anything about yet. So I think this is the rumoured animated Predator film, which I think also might be the direct sequel to Prey. So I wonder if, say, you know, with Alien Romulus, that got a prequel to that movie in the form of a comic, so maybe this this animated movie or show or whatever it's going to be will serve as the direct prequel to Prey, because that was teased at the end of Prey, and there are also rumours that there will be a direct continuation to Prey. Fine, will we eventually see another Alien vs Predator? And he replies with, probably. Not sure how I feel about that. It wouldn't be in the way you think, that's the thing. Not in the way that it will just be called Alien vs Predator or anything like the original movies. If we do this, they'll be organically created out of these two franchises that we've continued with characters that we fall in love with, and those characters will combine perhaps. But we haven't gotten to that point, and we're not just going to bang it out. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, as I kind of like the AVP franchise, so might this be hinting at possibly, like, it might be an Alien movie and just happen to have a Predator in it at some point, or vice versa. Maybe, like, if you played the game Predator Concrete Jungle, you know that game, it was like, it was about Predator, wasn't it? But there was that one level that had aliens, so maybe he's talking about something like that, rather than a full-on crossover movie. They might just feature in each other's movies or something, but I would like an actual full-blown Alien vs Predator movie. What I'd like to see is kind of like the game from 2010 or the other FPS AVP games. So I would like to see one with that kind of setting, like in the future and in space, stuff like that. But I am open to something different if they do make it interesting. Maybe we might get something that's totally unexpected and it might turn out to be really good. So. And in other news related to Predator Badlands, there's actually been some photos that have come out that actually show the new Predator design and the costume. So here on AVP Galaxy, this article reads, first looks at Predator Badlands locations, crew shirt and Predator costume. So this is the live action movie starring Elle Fanning, and it's been shooting in New Zealand. I'm not sure whether the film's actually set there or whether that's just where they're filming it. And this is the one that's written and directed by Dan Trachtenberg. So let's take a look at these images. That here you can see the actor in the Predator suit. It's quite far away, but you can just make out the two wrist gauntlets, and looks like that's like a Predator hand, like a glove he has. It's a bit hard to see behind these other people, but I think if you look just behind that actor's head, that kind of looks like it might be like the shoulder pack with a plasma caster and med kit is attached to. You don't really get a very close look, but you do get just a glimpse of some of the details of the Predator. So I'm interested to see what this new Predator will look like, as I always do look forward to the new Predator designs and the new Predator characters. So I wonder what this Predator will end up looking like when we see the full costume, and I wonder what name he'll have as well. So moving on. This is a nice scene, isn't it, for a Predator setting? I do like the look of the location they've chosen to film all these ferns and trees in the jungle. It does look very, very Predator-ish. I do like the choice of location that they've gone with for this film. Beautiful scenery. Look at these big trees. This kind of reminds me of you know, in America, and they have the redwood forests, don't they? This kind of looks like that. Cast and crew. Yeah, it was a beach as well. I wonder if any of the movie would take place on a beach. That'd be something different, wouldn't that? So here we have the crew jumper for the shoot. What does that say? I survived Predator Creatures Department. This is Lands. I wonder if it says Creatures Department Predator Badlands or something. Bit hard to see. Ah, here's a nice close-up of the guy in the suit, so you can see what I was on about earlier, can't you? The wrist gauntlets, and yeah, it looks like the armour on the back, or maybe the like shoulder cannon and sort of torso armour, which is what I think that looks like. Seems to have a brown, sort of brown and metallic coloration to the armour of this new Predator, and if that is like a glove, which is what I think it looks like, the Predator seems to have like kind of a sort of brown coloration to it, similar to the feral Predator. So I wonder if it'd be the same species as that, or whether it'll be like the classic Predator or something entirely new that we've not seen, like a new type. You know, we had the classic, then we had the super Predators, and then we had the feral Predator, didn't we? So I wonder if we'll get like a new species that we've not seen before. So yeah, let me know what you think of this news, and if you're looking forward to the upcoming Alien, Predator and possibly AVP movie at some point in the future. It's a very interesting time to be an AVP fan and Alien and Predator just in general at this moment, with all these new films and projects coming out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time.